How y'all doing today? I'm Kerry Kuhn. I want to give you guys a little bit of insight on bridling your horse. It doesn't have to be a complicated process. I think a lot of people get into trouble because at first they don't have their horse comfortable just handling their head. My right hand is going to be up here in this position when I'm bridling my horse, so I'm going to spend some time around my horse's ears, just getting them comfortable with my hand, my right arm being up here. Now I say my right arm, that's if I'm bridling from the left side of my horse. So my right arm there, my horse has got to be comfortable with me moving their ears forward and back. And then this spot down here around their muzzle. Okay, my left hand is going to be holding my bit if I'm bridling from this side. I want my horse comfortable with my hand being able to touch her down here on the nose. And I also want her comfortable with my left thumb going in the corner of her mouth, which is actually going to ask her to open her mouth. So once I have my horse comfortable with all that, it makes the bridling process a whole lot easier. Now as you're trying to get your horse comfortable, handling her up here with your right hand or down here with your left, as they're moving their head around, they pick their head up and try to get over there. Just think about the concept of where do you want their head to be when you're bridling, and just wait on them. If she's trying to avoid me over here, I've got my halter on. I can bring her nose back, but I don't really want to reward her by taking my left hand away until that head gets back over here in the position that I would like it to be in while I'm bridling. So once I've spent some time getting my horse comfortable with that, then actually putting the bridle on, I might start with this. One of the easiest things you can do to make it easier for your horse is take your head stall and loosen it a little bit. And what I mean by loosening it is I'm going to make it a little bit longer. If I was to put this on her right now, this bit's going to hang a little bit lower in her mouth than where I actually want it. What that's going to do is it's going to give me more room up here to get over her ears. A lot of us don't think we've got the time to do that, but it sure makes it easier for your horse. Now with this particular bridle, I've got my coddy rein on here. This mare's quiet enough. I'm going to go ahead and lay my rein over her neck. I'm going to take my head stall. First thing I'm going to do is just try to stick her nose through my head stall like this. Once I have her in this position, again, if she's trying to avoid me with her head, I can simply use that head stall to bring her back. From here, I'm going to switch, and this is where my right hand's going to come up and hold the top of my head stall with my right hand resting right there between her ears. Now this is the hand that's actually going to put the bit in her mouth, and all I'm going to do to get that bit in her mouth is lift with my right hand. My left hand's going to come down here and hold my bit. Now this particular bit's a snaffle. I need to make sure that I hold that mouthpiece apart like that so it's straight and not bent like that. Otherwise it's not going to go in her mouth very easy. And then as I hold that, my left thumb is in the perfect position to go right in the corner of her mouth. She opens her mouth, and all I'm going to do is lift with my right hand. Now you see as I do that, my left hand's not pushing the bit. I'm not pushing her head this way at all. The majority of what I'm doing is happening up here through my right hand. All I was doing with my left hand is holding that bit where it needed to be to line up with the bottom and the top teeth, so when she opens her mouth, I can just simply lift that bit up. Now from here, comes back to being able to handle their ears. I like to go over the right ear first, and I'll take it forward, and then I'll slide back over the left ear. Real careful not to bend those ears, okay? I want to be respectful there as I can. But again, you guys see the slack that I have there. Loosening this bridle just one hole gives me that much more room to get my bridle up over their ears. And once I have it on, then I can tighten it back up where it needs to be. And I really didn't lose that much time. All I did was make it a little bit easier for my horse. Now taking it off, we're just going to slide this head stall off over these ears forward like this. You can go right ear first, left ear first, really doesn't matter. I have a habit of putting my left hand right here on their nose, especially on my young horses. I want them to get where they maintain this position with their head, and I think about using my left hand to help encourage that. I'm not trying to hold them here, but my left hand is going to encourage that they're not swinging their head around while I'm doing this. So I use my right hand. I can just hook my thumb underneath that head stall. I can go over that ear, over this ear. Now once I have it over their ears, I don't get in a hurry right here. She's starting to opening her mouth, and then all I'm going to do is lower my right hand to lower that bit down real slow. Guys, when they're holding that bit up right in the corner of their mouth, there's a gap there between where that bit's resting and their teeth down here. This mare doesn't have any canine teeth. If you're dealing with a horse that does, that gap might be a little bit smaller, but if you think about what gravity is going to do when you slide it up over their ears, that headstall, and you just let it fall, that mouthpiece might just fall right down and bang on those teeth. I wouldn't think that'd be very comfortable. So lowering that down real slow, letting them open their mouth and let them drop it slowly is just going to make it more comfortable for your horse. By all means, don't get in the habit of getting it off over them ears and just trying to pull it down out of their mouth. You need to wait on your horse and let them open their mouth to get rid of it. So that's just a really quick and simple concept there that might help you guys' bridling process be a little bit simpler.